Hello everyone, my name is Simbongile Mbalekwa. I am a professional accountant of South Africa. So, welcome to my video. As I've been thinking for a long time that as accountants we need to have some sort of engagement, especially for the people that are still thinking about starting their own practices, just to get a feel of how or where do you start to do this. So I am really hoping that this will assist you in setting up your practice and managing it. Okay, I've made a few notes, so I'll keep paging as we are going along. First and foremost, I hope that you're all safe and you are at home. You only go out to get your essentials, but you are washing your hands regularly and following all the necessary precautions to flatten the curve. All right, so I'll be doing these videos over the course of the week. I'll do one and I'll do another one on Wednesday, and then the last one will be on Friday. As a disclaimer, I'm not here to say I know all there is to know about practice management. I am just saying to someone who is sitting at home during this time thinking, how do I start my own practice? Where do I start? This is how I started, and this was what was guiding me. And if you have any better ways of doing things, please let us know. Comment. Let's talk about this. Let's all learn from this experience. Okay. So, first step to thinking about anything is planning. Plan for what you want. So for me, this is a step that I missed. I jumped into the practice, setting up everything, getting employees, and not a good idea at all because it catches up with you. So start initially, plan. So I'll be going through all the planning phases, what you need to plan for, how to plan for those things, what can assist you. So yeah, what I've learned over the few years that I have started my own practice. Okay, the first assumption will be that you already have a registered business or you are in the process of registering, but you know which legal structure you want to go into. Like, do you want it to be a company or do you want to be a sole trader? So I'm assuming you already know that, so I'll move right along. The second assumption I'll make is that you already have a trading name or a brand that you want to put out there to people, for people to buy into. But if you do not have your legal structure or you still do not understand, I would suggest you check out CIPC. They have all these different types of companies, and you also know how to register one. And I would advise that when you've decided, you register it for yourself so that you get to know what is needed in the process of registering should you wish to provide that service to your clients. Okay, in terms of branding, if you do not have branding in place, don't worry. Check out Awesome Brands for their branding and logos, all of that branding thing. They'll assist you. They're good. Okay, so moving along, because us as accountants, we are affiliated with professional bodies, so we always have to keep the standard of the profession in a very high level. So it is very important that when you are thinking of starting the practice, you put in place professional behavior, professional standards, professional ways of getting the end product to your clients and making sure that you don't bring the whole accounting profession into disrepute or scandals, something like that. Okay, so like I said, I jumped into getting a practice, and then when you are in too deep, you get lost in between. You don't know when you are going forward or when you are now going back. So I came across a very good tool. And I would suggest that if you want to start, you start with this tool. But if you started already, check it out. It'll also assist you. So this tool is a guide developed by IFAC. So it is called a guide to practice management for small and medium practices. So if you Google, you'll find it. This guide is like your Bible for your practice. It has 7 modules. It starts from planning your practice up to growing your practice. So it takes you from 0 to 100. It has things like risk management, technology, setting up human capital. It really has a lot. And what I love about it is just it has templates that you can use, or what is the word? You can modify to suit your own practice. So you can customize the templates to suit your own practice. So the templates will start from your strategic planning. So strategic planning, that's where you are setting your vision and mission statements, your objectives, as well as your values. So it starts you from there, and then you get to develop the entire like picture of your firm using those templates. You also have things like your office manuals, where you be able to have your policies in place, which policies you need to have in place. And these are very important if you're going to employ people. You need to discuss these before they start working, so that you all start on a level where you understand each other. Things like cell phone use or internet usage, printing and stuff, so that you get to understand. And also it helps with minimizing your costs, so that people know if they make private calls, for instance, they get billed certain percentage, things like that. Okay, and then it also has really nice forms like your application of leave forms, your grievance forms. So you can use those forms and customize them for your own practice. So please check it out. Okay, so you get to set up the legal or the compliance side of things. And when you are looking at compliance, don't look at SARS only, because I think that's the mistake that we make. Also look at your Companies Act compliance. So filing of annual returns, keeping the necessary registers in place, and have a file. Have a file of your important documents. So should anyone ask you at any given point in time, you are able to just get those documents, access them easily, have them both on printed and electronic formats. Use drop boxes to keep your things on the cloud, so that you are able to access them even through your cell phones. So it's important to have your record management in place when you are planning your practice. Okay, so once you have done all of that, you are now a person that is moving. You've moved a couple of steps forward, and now you need you need to get rid of that fear that says, I can't do this, or I can do this, or so you need to now develop your emotional intelligence. So start by doing things for your company. Like I said, make sure you are compliant with SARS. File your annual returns through CIPC. Walk through the system of all the necessary compliance issues that are there for businesses. If you have employees, register UIF, either through the Department of Labor or SARS, but understand what is needed for each. Invest time in learning the processes, walk through the systems. If you can get a friend that you can do these things for, or their businesses, then volunteer to do that. The more you do these things, the more you get to understand them, and the more you get the confidence to do them. So start from there. Also understand health and safety issues. Have safety files in place. Requirements of your compensation fund. And again, this is based on the assumption that you will have offices or premises you'll be operating from, and you'll have employees there. So it's nice to understand this thing so that when you advise your clients, you know exactly what you are talking about. Okay, so now you've sorted your legal things and your compliance issues. You have a registered business. So qala-ke usuzibiza ngo-CEO of what. Now, this is where it gets tricky, because now you need administration, or you need to administer or learn to administer your business. And this is the breaking or making point of any type of business, not just an accounting practice. So the most important, I'm not saying these are what should be there, but this is what I feel is important for your business administration. Firstly, you need to have a finance department. In this department, it needs to take care of your debtors, needs to take care of your creditors and how you are paying your accounts, needs to take care of your insurance, things that if your business is insured, it needs to take care of things like your internal financial data, budgeting, and monthly reporting. Understand where you are with your business. Understand if you are losing money, making money, breaking even. Understand those things. What's taking more of your money? How are you charging for your time? Things like that. Incorporate them. So the finance department is important for those things. And then your second department will be your office administration. So office administration will take care of you things like stationery, office equipment, telephone systems, computer systems that you'll be using to service your clients, and that will be using for your business as well. So as a start, I came across a excelskills.com. So it's excel-skills.com. It's Excel templates for your accounting work. So it has financial statement templates, it has invoicing and things like that. So you can check it out. Google, you'll find it. Third department that I feel is important to have in your practice is your business development. As professionals, we have to comply with our CPD points and the regulations set by, or the standards set by our professional bodies. So you have to keep developing yourself to meet or understand the changing environment and legislation and accounting standards and if you have any staff that you have employed, make sure they also get the time to go for trainings, tune into webinars, things like that develop your staff. And this section is also important to market your business. Market. The more people know about you, the more they understand your brand, and then the more they are going to then support you. And then the fourth department is the human resource department, or the people's department. So in this section, that's where you are putting processes in place on how to employ people, how to pay people, salaries, third-party payments like your UIF. You have to make sure that it is paid over either to SARS or the Department of Labor. So this is very important. And the last department for your practice, which I also think is really important and we often overlook it, is your quality assurance. I cannot stress how important it is for us as accountants to issue out work or do work that we know is of high quality standards. So this guide also has guidance in terms of setting up quality controls for your practice. So it is very important. So appoint a quality manager in your practice, either someone else or it can be you as the managing or the person signing off. So right now, I think you're probably thinking, yo, I want to start this, but as a one-man shop, how do I do all of these things at once? This is my advice to you. Firstly, with quality assurance, if you are going to be doing the job, you cannot also review the same job you were doing. That's like self-review threat. So you can't really say, oh, I did well here, tick, tick, tick. No, no. I would advise that you get a buddy or another peer. So get another accountant who has a firm and ask that, please review this work for me. I have done this, so that they see if they were looking at the same documents, they would also arrive at the same conclusion as you. So that is peer review. And then for things like finance, human resource, as well as the business development, you can outsource those things to other people. And there are companies out there called the virtual assistant companies. They assist you with such things. So check those people out. It gives you less of a burden, and then it makes you concentrate more on serving your clients and delivering high quality work. But also, what is very important is understanding your strength and your weaknesses. So tackle what you know best. That's my advice to you. Tackle what you know best. So if you've never heard of any virtual assistant companies out there, I have just two for you that you can check out: Rosfam Business Solutions, as well as Inbred Creative Solutions. So Rosfam is managed by Tamara, and Inbred is managed by Tapsil. So check out their Facebook pages and you'll see what I'm talking about. Thank you so much for tuning in into my first video. It's not easy doing this thing, eh? So we'll see you again on Wednesday when we are doing our second video. We will be talking about doing the actual work, working papers, as well as ethics. So for comments, please feel free. Comment and let us know. Thank you. Good night.